Welcome back. This is episode 19. We are in the new campaign level, Garden of Edith, and I'm very excited about this one. Basically, there's a really rich lady named Edith, and she wants us to build a theme park in her garden for her family, which I don't know why anybody would want to do that, especially right next to their house, because it is going to be extremely loud. So that'll be interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead and figure out what this park looks like and what we're going to be doing as far as the theme, even though it's a garden. But we can make it whatever we want. Here are the buses, and they come out into what looks like a very beautiful garden, which is quite lovely. And then it comes out to just pretty flat green area. That's nice. Not terrible. Let's take a look at the park expansion. And we already own everything. Well, Edith owns it. It's all of Edith Gardens. There's no expansion to be had on this park, which is okay. That's not bad. So over here in the objectives, we have 2 flat rides, a pool, 3 flumes. Gosh, that's a lot. And a 2.0 scenery rating. Okay. And a 60% average on thirst needs with at least 100 guests in the park. Alrighty then. Now we just need to figure out a theme. I mean, the garden theme's already the theme, but let's brainstorm. Okay, so as you can see, we definitely have kind of a mythological theme already with these pillars. So we can continue with that and just a lot of flowers. See, look, there's even a statue here, like the mythological statues. So we could do that and then just add a ton of flowers everywhere. Or we can just delete everything and start over, and it could be like very gardeny as a starting point, because I don't know if we're going to delete all this, and then just move into a mythological theme park, which might be the more fun way to do it. Actually, we might be able to do that, because let's do top down real quick. So here's my vision. What we can do in the very front here is we can have a densely populated city center. So it's just a lot of city buildings, and we can put rides and stuff like that inside of the buildings. It'll be pretty packed, food, all that stuff. Then as you go further out, maybe it turns into some fields of like weed, or with like little farm buildings with rides, or I don't know, something like that. That kind of might be weird, actually, now that I think about that. But up at the top section, that big area there could be more like bigger, more important structures like the Parthenon or something. I don't know what they're called, but bigger buildings with like big spires and big stuff, right? Yeah, that makes sense to me, at least. I don't know. Do you see it? Do you see it? I see it. All right, so if we're going to do that, we definitely need to thin out some of this gardeny looking stuff. So probably oh, this is going to take a long time. I guess it's time to start a montage, maybe? I don't know. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. It's not great right now. It's very messy, and we might need to actually get rid of this water feature here, because it doesn't really match what's going on, and it really blocks this area here. And I think I need some more height here now that I'm looking at it, but I'm wondering if that's just because this needs to be deleted. Yeah, that is better. I think not having that is actually going to be better, because it kind of blocks the view. So there are things that I need to edit though. So this building here, we're going to put some food and stuff in. We're going to put some food and stuff in there. And then obviously this is all in the way. So this will get cleaned up and it'll look much nicer. And then once you come through this, imagine all this isn't here. You have this building, and then we have the ride right there. So we might actually use this building as part of that ride entrance. Don't know. We'll figure it out. Then over here, this building is just absolutely blocking the road. And what I want to do is just open this up and have it be a big arch. So you're just kind of passing through this building on your way. That's pretty much it. But I think this is how we're going to enter the park, is just having a mess and a multitude of buildings everywhere. I do think though, we need something in the distance that's really, really tall to kind of guide our eye. Not that, but something right over top here that's just going to guide our eye to like continuing past this building. We're going to work on some of the details, and I'll be right back. All right, so here it is. Here is the grand reveal. Boom. Oh, wait, let's hit play so you can see everything in motion. So we put this fountain, a different fountain back in that isn't so obstructing the view. The only thing I'm not loving is that it is kind of tall. So we might actually delete the height of it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But what we have done is we've moved some of these things around. This is a nice little entrance right there. So you'll notice right here, I actually got rid of the overhang here, which I really liked. But I think the problem was if I back up, you can kind of see that it was just too close to this circle and it felt very closed off, like you weren't allowed to go that way. But now that the overhang is further back, it feels more inviting. Like I can go this way and then go under the overhang and then keep going, which is rather nice. I also added that tower for a little bit of depth perspective. If we back it up, beep, 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 beep. Wait, are we dying? Okay, so if we back up all the way here, you can kind of see there's a little bit visual interest off the back, which gives it some depth, which is really nice. But as we keep building, I will then decide what we're gonna do with this, if we'll leave it here. This is a very weird entrance, I will say, because we're basically entering a city. It doesn't feel like we're entering a theme park. It feels like we're entering a city. I think it'll be good. And then it really opens up over this way. Okay, so I have gone ahead and put in all the paths and the coloring of these rides, which makes them fit much better in this park. And my idea here is that I'm just gonna keep building out buildings this way. And with these will probably change depending on where the building goes and what needs to be in that building. And then on this one over here, you can see I already kind of have that figured out here where we'll go through this door. I pretended that door works. And that this door is actually the entrance to the ride, and we will pretend that door works. And again, these paths will probably change depending on where the buildings go and how we're gonna make that happen. But because they're not there, we're just gonna do it very simply. So now we can just go ahead and hit open and then open. And hey, there we go. And that's all that we get is the 2 flat rides done. That was a lot of work for 2 flat rides, I gotta say. But yeah, we're making progress. Now we get to move on to the pool. And the pool, you guessed it, we're gonna put the pool inside of this. So we're gonna actually remove this natural lake and we're gonna rebuild it as if it's a pool. That's the plan. Well, we'll just do it because yeah, it's probably not gonna be very exciting to watch. So we'll just get it done and you'll see it in 3, 2, 1. And here it is. It's so lovely over here. Like, look at how peaceful this looks. I tried making this look like we just built pathways, like around. Why is that glitching? That's annoying. Whatever. I tried to make it so that way the pathways just kind of went around what would be like a natural lake. That's why it's brown on the bottom. And I don't know if you can tell from this angle, but you can see it kind of slope down slowly, and then it goes deep over. Oh wait, look, that was actually a good view. Can I go swim under? Okay, I can't swim underwater. Whatever. And then you come back here to the flumes. I did think about putting this in like a mountain. I just didn't feel like making a ton of these rocks everywhere. And then I did put some waterfalls there. So as you flume your way down, you can have fun. And then this is another flume. I like making it transparent where people are walking so people can watch you just eat it through this apparently. And then it's just a simple tower there. Super easy, super nice, but it's just very peaceful and pretty. Oh, this is a good view. You can see it sloping. See that sloping? That took forever to do because it's like, here's the diving, here's the swimming, and then it just kind of goes up into a wading, but not really. It just kind of, so you can just walk in like that. See how I'm walking in, and then now I'm swimming, and then now I'm in the diving section. But look how pretty this is. It's just so nice. I like it. Now with that done, what we can do is we can come over here and actually open these flumes. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! And as you can see, pool and flumes done. Now we just need a rating, which is about to go up, and then the thirst. So the thirst is going to be pretty easy. We just need to actually put shops over here so people can actually enjoy our shops and eat food. I am actually going to make this section here a shop here and a little shopping area in here as well, because we have 3 here. So this is going to be a nice little shopping area. And then you can watch these people enjoy the ride. Look how lovely that's going to be. It's going to be nice. Okay, so we now have that done, which is nice. But something I did notice really weird is I went to think, oh, wait, what am I charging for my rides? It's on custom, but it's at 0. But there's no other way to change it. So that's really weird. So everybody that's entered my park has not paid for a ride. So I was like, okay, because both these are set to 0 and I can't change it. So I thought, well, let me go see what's my park. And it was at custom, which is 0. So I just changed it over full price. So that way I'm actually making money per customer who comes into my park. I don't know why it was that way. Also, one thing I totally forgot to do is actually give fitting rooms and changing rooms and drying rooms and all that jazz. So I need to do all that. And then we can probably be pretty close to, yeah, we're at 1.94. I think the reason why we're not higher is because there's no way for anybody to actually access this. Oh, and there's no pool passes. Oh, good. Yikes. Okay. Okie dokie. I have finished this whole area over here. I do need to get rid of these spiral trees. As you can see, there's a lot more rocks and boulders here as you come this way. Ooh, that kind of sticks out kind of far. Oh, well, but here we go. We have a pipe shot juice right here. So you have some nice, lovely juice next to this water area. And you can see back there, I've added another tower, and I will go back over there in a second because right behind me, spun around, is I got to fill that section in right there. You can kind of see, but we put in a changing room. Why is this has been happening to me? And I don't understand why it is happening to me. Very annoying, but changing room, drying room, and then a bathroom right here. And it just feeds through. So it's kind of, you know, it's not just people come in and come out. They can kind of come there, make their way through. Oh, look, they're going to go. Wait, are they going to go in the changing room? Okay, well, okay. They didn't even go in the right spot. Whatever. It works. That's all I care about. Why are you not going to the pool? Where are you going? Whatever. We're going to go around the back now. Okay, and then as you can see back here, we have this lovely building here that I have another changing room, a drying room, and a bathroom. And then sneaky behind here is all the generators and stuff, so you can't see it. Oh, look at everybody enjoying the pool. That's so cool. I love that they just like walk in and then down and then start swimming. I just think that's absolutely the best. Or you can choose to jump in like those people just did. It is it is a perfect pool. Not really, but you know, we'll go with that. Oh, there's no lifeguard. Shoot, hold on. Okay, we have a guy. He's a good guy. Can I show what his yeah. See, just don't go on that left side right here. You might die, but he's got everything else covered. So we're good. Okay, well, the only thing left to really do is I really like the way that pool looks. It looks really cool. Is to do what's in the top left objective, which is to get 60% of our guests that are not in need of thirst. So how can we get less thirsty people in the park? Interesting. There are still people swimming. Why are you swimming in the rock? I don't know. Probably should just move the pool forward so people don't swim over there, but I don't really care that much there. Whatever. Okay, so how do we get this better? There's one thing we can do. We can close the park and open it back up again. Let's try that. Okay, there's one straggler in the park. Oh, there they are. Oh, somebody left their kid. What a horrible parent. Okay, now we're at 0 people in the park. Open. So now what we should see is as people come in, we should get 100 people pretty quickly. Should get this pretty fast. That's definitely, there it is. Ha! Yes, we got it. Bronze done. Moving on. So I just noticed something and I wasn't really paying attention to it as we were doing the closing and opening of the park, but we had $15,000 when we closed this park. Now we have 55,000. So we just banked so much money there, which is awesome. But now it is time to see our objectives. So let's go look. Here they are. Look at them. Look at them. Read them quick. They're going to go away. Read them fast. Read them fast. Okay. So if you didn't read those, basically we need another pool. And that's the first one we're going to start on. So pool. And I'm going to put it right here because this seems like a good area for a pool. I wish I could just select all of this and just go pool. And then it just makes it into a pool. There's not a way to do that, is there? But I think that would be good because then we have a pool here and then another pool here. The only other spot that might be better. Oh, maybe we do it right here. Well, I'm an idiot. I just built this pool right here and I got the objective. I was going to build it and then open it and then be like, look, we got the objective, but I forgot you to build the pool and it automatically just done. Ta-da. It's kind of annoying. So, and this is ugly. So I'm just going to undo it anyways. Wait a minute. We're not building another pool. Okay, well, we're moving on. That was easy. So moving on from the pool, I have placed in this flying ride, and I just did a little bit of decorating on it. I'm getting kind of tired of decorating after all of that. So yeah, we're just doing this quickly. And you can see I just also grabbed a pre-made ride, which looks really nice. It's actually one of my favorite pre-made rides. And I put it right here next to the water because I felt like that made sense. And then path them up both. Oh no, I didn't path up this one. I need to path up this one. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why? Path. So we've now pathed that up, which is very necessary. So we now can open this ride and we can open up this ride. So they are both open and we have completed the next objective. We're just killing these objectives. So now we just need to build a coaster, and I have my eye on a great location for a coaster. You'll never guess where it is. You will never guess where I'm going to start this coaster. Try guessing. All right, let's give this coaster a ride, and then we will decorate everything. And we'll change the colors on it as well. It's pretty harsh right there. That flip is good. Up, and down we go. Pretty fun. Pretty good. I like it. And it's all decorated, and it's lovely. Oh, I forgot. I was going to change this into invisible. I will do that. This will be invisible, so you can just walk across this lovely bridge. And unfortunately, this is the exit for the stupid people that work here. Yeah, that's annoying. I hate that that's there. This is the priority entrance, and then this plant is kind of in the way. But this is the main entrance. You walk this way and you walk around and da-da-da-da. Look there, there's the coaster. I changed the color of it. Look how pretty it is. It's so nice. And then you come around this way and you enter in. And the theme of this coaster, I don't think I can get over there. I got to go all the way around. 1 sec. And now I'm on the other side. So I was just right over there, standing over there. But the theme of this is like a merchant kind of thing where, you know, they're just coming in the water and they have all this merchandise. Does that hit people's head? If it does, it's okay. And yeah, there's a boat here. The idea was that I was going to try and fit the boat between these two platforms. It doesn't fit. So we just put it out there like it's leaving. And then you exit and then into this little courtyard. So beautiful with all these beautiful things. And then you can come in and buy stuff. Yay. I need to open these. I forgot to open these. And then look what I figured out. Look at it. I figured out how to attach the camera thing to make it show pictures, but I hope it doesn't show just those. I hope that when the game actually plays and there's people riding, I hope that it shows the actual camera photos, because that'd be kind of lame. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. And we just back out here and yeah, just easy stuff there. Yes. Okay, so now we can just go ahead and open this sucker and be done with that objective. Didn't go off. Why? Why objective not go off? A fear less than 5. Oh no. Oh, I was so ready to be done with this coaster. It's a 5.28. Dang it. Well, unfortunately, I fixed a little bit of stuff here. Basically this, well, let me go to fear here. That'll be easier to see. So I fixed this here and it's better. So, but the unfortunate part is we lost our 8.0 rating, but that's all right. It's a 7.78 and a 4.73. Now we should be able to open the coaster. So let's hit open. There you have it. And we are done with the silver objectives. Yes. So we've done it. It's silver done. We're going to go watch these people swim while we look at our objectives. All right, so build a new coaster with an excitement of 4.5, a fear of at least 2. I thought I was going to say below 2. I was like, that's going to be hard. with at least 5 inversions. Wow, that's a lot of inversions. Then we have a build a coaster with the biggest drop. If that's a high drop, that's a good drop. And then 5 flat rides. That's easy. That's just one more flat ride. And then ride maintenance. That should be pretty easy. And then litter. Wow, below 10. Vomit and litter. So that just means we need a absolute army of these people who are the janitors. Yeah, we need to make sure we have an army of those around the area. So it's time to get working on a flat ride, I think. No, a coaster. No, a flat ride. What is this? I haven't really looked at this. Okay, well, whatever. All right, so over here in our flat rides, I think we're just going to do a flat ride real quick. And I have bought the new DLC, which is fun. And this right here is awesome possum. I don't know if you've ever been to California Adventure, but to those of you who have, know what this ride is. It's soaring over California is basically the best way I can describe it. It's a giant screen, and then they lift you up, and then you get to watch this movie, but interact with it. It's like 4D kind of, I guess. So like a 4D quick movie. It's really fun. I love this ride in California Adventure. Soaring over California. It was super, super fun. Great ride. Anyways, this I have an idea for. So this kind of reminds me of what we call an amphitheater from the Greek places. And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of pretend that this is an amphitheater. I know it's not perfect. Okay. I know. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay. We're just going to pretend it's an amphitheater. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up like a mountain on the back side of this that goes up. I'll just show you. Let me just do it. I'll just do it. Okay. Just let me do it. One sec. And here it is. It's so beautiful, so nice. As you walk in, you get this greeted by these statues. Looks like they're putting on a play themselves. And then we can go around and go into the courtyard. Look how pretty. Look how nice. Oh, wow. Ooh, with some entrances and exits. And then look at these pillars and this statue. So cool. Then you come in and you get to find your seat. Obviously, front row center for me because I'm the park owner. And we get to watch this. And I think we actually might just go ahead and ride this ride and see how it is. Let's see. We're being risen. Look at. And look. Oh, shoot. What did we just do? I don't know what we did. We did something. Why aren't we getting music? There's no music playing. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Don't care. But now, well, first, let's see what was that thing that we got. I'm assuming it's the trash. Yeah, the trash has been achieved, which is great. Now we just need to open up this flat ride and we'll achieve another objective. Okay, what's wrong with this? Testing incomplete. Why do we need to test it? All right, fast forward. And testing complete. Heck yeah. All right, cool. So now that ride's open and it is absolutely gorgeous. See what I mean? I kind of built up around it to give it like this nice amphitheater type of look. And like this would be it's kind of opposite because this is supposed to be where people are sitting and then this is supposed to be the stage. But oh well, close enough. Cool idea, I think. Alrighty, so now we need to do more coasters, but we also need to be aware of our ride maintenance. So I'm starting to think that maybe if we go to this, yeah, see, that's just low. So if we call a mechanic on that one, that would probably be a good idea. And on all of these, we'll probably just go around and call mechanics on all of them to get them up high. And then hopefully we'll get that objective. So sounds good to me. Just to make sure, let's just go ahead and hire a couple more mechanics. Let's say 3 more. Because we're about to start working on building 2 coasters here. So yeah, we got to figure out where they're going to go. I think I know where they're going to go. I think one's going to go over here. And I think I'm going to put one on top of this over here. And now it is time to actually go ahead and ride this coaster for the first time. I have not ridden this yet. I do know what the rating is, and it's a pretty decent rating, I have to say. But I would like to know what you guys think the rating of this coaster is before you ride it, and put that in the comments, please. So let's go ahead and give this a ride. And here we go. Up, up, up. All right, here it is. Let me know what you think it is after we ride this coaster through the tree, around the loop-de-loop, and look at this corkscrew. That was fun. I think that was a really fun. And through another tree. We got to move some trees out of the way. A little up and down section, and then around we go. Down into the water and up, and we got to move that rock. And there it is. That is it. So what do you think? What do you think this coaster rating actually is? It is an 8.11. Haha. Did I trick you when I said pretty decent? It's actually pretty good because we got an 8.11. It is a little bit scary. It's a 5.75, but it's still green. And we have a 1.94. It's not very nausea-inducing whatsoever, which is good. Very, very good news. But this coaster looks legit. I'm very excited about it. Looks very, very nice. Now, we get to go through and pretty it up. Make it all nice. Make it all good. So let's do it. And there you have it. This is our coaster and how all the lines and everything come up. So I did this a little differently. So basically what I have here is I have an actual coaster station. And then you go down the mountain down to another building. I need to get rid of some of these pots though first, but I'm going to plan on putting all the souvenir stuff in this part of the building. And here it is, all of merchandise stuff. Yep, that's what we're going to look. I put the balloons in this pot. You can't really see them very well, but whatever. Let's just go ahead and hit open and get that objective done. Music to my ears. I spent so much time on this, and now all we have to do is get one more coaster done, and then the maintenance, which should be pretty easy. All right, the park is coming together really nicely. It's looking really good. I'm very happy with it, but we still got to do another coaster, and it is time to do this coaster right here, I think, but we're gonna have it launch that way. We definitely want to do a launch coaster because that's going to be easier for inversions. And this one, I think, can invert. Go ahead and get this put together. I think this one will be a montage, though. We're going to do a montage. Yeah, right. I'm trying to get it to do a barrel roll thing, and it's not doing it. Dang it. Oh, it's so funny. There's absolutely no way. Maybe if we do this. No. Maybe we do this. No. Okay, now let's just give it a shot. See if it does a barrel roll thing. Or maybe we do 10. I don't know. Hey, yes. That's exactly what I wanted. Yes. All right, then we keep going. So after that nice montage, I think we have something good here. This side looks very unrealistic, but we're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore that because the rating is quite good. Yes, it is. And we can go ahead and decorate this sucker and open it. But I'm actually kind of tempted just to open it. I don't really feel like decorating because I have done so much decorating already. I kind of just want to move on. So we might just decorate this later, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's what we do. And just like that, we got it all. We got to do the power. 1 second. And we have the power on, and let's go ahead and open this ride. Yes, we've done it. Yes, gold objective complete. We got it. So over here under objectives, we have build another coaster. We knew that was coming. 2 flat rides. That's okay. That's okay. And then a 4.5 and a 4.5. These both seem like they will happen at the same time. So Easy peasy lemon squeezy, I guess. Later in this video, we're going to discover that easy peasy, it was not. But let's move on and let me show you these new flat rides. So then the next thing to do, open these 2 rides. So we opened the rides and completed that objective, which was great news. And then we moved on to doing the coaster. And as we were building this coaster, I kept looking down at my money and realizing it's only going down and it's never going back up. So then I was like, uh-oh, I need to go look at my shops and see what are the finances doing. So I went and looked and it was bad. Nothing was for sale for any money. Then I went and looked at actual finances in the financial section. And yeah, same thing. There was no income coming in whatsoever, which I was just very confused by. Then I thought, okay, next best thing to do, close the park. If I close the park and I bring everybody back in, they got to buy more tickets. So then I'll make a bunch of money really quick. We'll be good. I can buy a bunch of scenery. That didn't happen. I made absolutely no money. So then I thought, okay, we'll just go get a loan. No problem. You know, whatever. We're going to finish this park. I won't even have to ever pay off this loan. Don't tell anybody. And it wouldn't let me. So no loans whatsoever. So I was like really starting to panic. Like, how am I going to do this? I only have a couple $1,000s. So I bought a couple things. Then I was like, this isn't doing enough. Maybe I just need to bring over scenery. So then I brought over scenery from other places. And then I thought, okay, wait. Let's try and just change my park price to just custom and then make my rides worth money. And then maybe that will bring in money. No, nothing happened there. No rides brought me money. So then I was like, okay, we got to go back to whole stealing scenery. So I just bought a bunch of trees in from everywhere that wasn't being used. And then that really didn't do anything. And I needed a way to cheaply buy a bunch of scenery items that we're going to level up these 2 coasters to get our scenery rating high enough so we can beat this park. I also just discovered that this coaster, when it's open, does not, because it doesn't fulfill the criteria, because I have to have it 1,000 meters, which means this coaster has to go almost double the length of what it currently is. I think right now it's only like 600. Yeah, 700. So I have to do 300 more meters of track, which I can do. I just don't have the money for. But I think we get rid of all of that. We get rid of that and we trash it. It gives me $15,000. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, as you can see, I put everything back. But the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to come to scenery here and I'm going to first see how much does it cost just to get a generic coaster. I think this is it. But if I just pop that down, right? And then we look at this. Okay, that gives me 64. All right, we're going to undo that because I first need to get this done. We need to close this and we need to go to edit. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to extend out this side as far as we need to. Here we go. This is the new coaster. It goes around. It comes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then down, and then up, and then up, woo, and then up and around, wee, and then up and down, up and down, up and down, wee, and then up and down, up and down, up and down, and it ends. And it is a 7.46, 4.65, and a 1. And it is 1,100 meters. So I can make it a little shorter, but it's not that big a deal. So now if we go to our objectives, yes, we have all the check marks. And now I just got to set this to open, set to open right now. Boom. Yes. I think I figured out a really cheap way to add a scenery rating. And that is literally by adding in a bunch of special effects. You can see it's at 21. So it went from, I think, 5 or 6 to 21 with just, you know, maybe a couple $100s. I'm a little bit concerned about the rendering capabilities of my PlayStation 5, but did it go up? It did. 43. Heck yeah. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We will get the scenery rating at 100 just using a bunch of stupid special effects. And a matter of fact, what I could do is I can take this and I can duplicate it and we can just move this beautiful collage of stupid special effects over here and click it down. And that was $600. Yay. And we have tons of money still. Well, not tons, but we have enough money. Let's see. What is this at? 5%. Okay. This should be going up. Just give it a second. Give it a second. 21. Why is that different than that one? Maybe we need to lower it. Anyways, I'm gonna work on this and I will be back with you shortly to actually figure out if any of this truly did work. So as you can see, I've done some things. If I go to my map, I have figured out all of the red areas. So there's no more red areas anywhere in this entire park. This, which looks really great, is at a 67, which is not bad at all. And then this one, which I have just surrounded by trees, basically from other parts of the map that just gave me for free, is now at a 39. I'm trying to add more. Obviously, just trees don't give you a lot. I put a building here. I've added in the little splashy splashes, but it's just not giving me a ton of stuff, which is kind of problematic. But my thought is what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another flume over here before I run out of money completely. Because if I go to park rating, if I add one more unique attraction, I am solid. I can get another star for one more unique attraction. And that might actually be enough to get us high over the 4.5 rating that we need for our park. The only one I'm worried about is the scenery rating. It's going to be a challenge, but I think we can make it work. Okay, so we have built this quick flume here, and we can go ahead and set it open. It actually has a pretty good rating. I didn't even try. We're just going to open it. That should give me a 5-star here. Perfect. Awesome. And then we should be getting that. Oh, we're 0.05 away. Dang. Okay, I could do another flume. No, I can't. Oh my gosh, that was so much more expensive than I wanted it to be. Dang it. Okay, look what I've done. I've added this restaurant here. I sold a bunch of trees out in the back that it's kind of bare over there now, but it's okay. I sold a bunch of trees to get some money, and I put this restaurant right here. It looks really stupid, but we'll just pretend it's like a pier and those rocks aren't there, but whatever. And look at. When I did that, we got the 4.5 park rating, which is beautiful and perfect, but look at our scenery rating is a 4.49. So that's good news. We do need to open this. That is important. We're going to open that. Sweet. Please. All right. I don't think we're going to get any more. Let's go here. Okay. This went up. That's good, which is going to increase this. But if this gets to a 4.45, we're there. But we need 3,506 scenery score to get that up higher. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that up to that high. Okay, here's the only other thing I can do. I can delete more trees, and then I can build a bunch of pillars absolutely everywhere. So for example, that is the coaster. We do not want to delete that. We can delete all those, and that gives us $800, just under, and we can just pillar it up. I have no idea how much scene theme this is going to give us, but our park is turning into the stupidest looking park in the history of parks. I'm very sad about it. And there it is. Yes. And I have to finish this so it's even. Oh gosh, they just flew through my face. Oh, we did it. I can't believe it. I really didn't think we were going to be able to finish this. Oh, so excited. Yes. The relief. We are staying in this park. It didn't also tell me my most popular ride. That's weird. Usually it does. Oh well. I don't care. I'm just glad we got this platinum objective. Oh my gosh, was that absolutely insane. Just insane. And that'll do it for today's episode. I cannot believe that we actually got the platinum. We had to finagle the crap out of this park to get it to be good. Oh my goodness. But we had a good time. It was fun. We started off so strong and the end just turned into just absolute nonsense. But it's okay. I appreciate you watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the struggle, the fun, and the happy, and the sad. But please leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite part of this park is, because it is a doozy. It is all over the place. And please subscribe, because we still got more parks to do. We got more stuff and more content to create, and I hope you enjoy. And again, thank you, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye. I'm very confused. We're not making any money. Why? Why aren't you paying? Pay. You're not paying money to get into this park. What is going on? No. This is not good. I need more money.